This game is a work of fiction, meaning that everything that happens in this game is absolutely true.
Like.
Hello everybody, this is YSGuru and welcome to another Japan gameplay video. Yomikomichu! That's now loading, by the way. Now this is a very unique horror game series, and I'm doing the third game in the series. If there's enough interest, or if you guys really like to see more of this series, I'll put the other games as well. But this is kind of the third game in the series of the Twilight Syndrome series. This one's called Twilight Syndrome Saikai, and it's a series of horror games. And I kind of wanted to showcase this because this type of horror game is not something that you're used to. You know, most people think of Biohazard, or Silent Hill, or, Saw, I don't know, just, various horror styles that are either grotesque or nightmarish, lots of jump scares. But this kind of horror series is a little different and very popular in Japan. These are urban legends, or Toshi Densetsu, as we say in Japan, and they're kind of, creepy ghost stories that are legends in Japan. Many high schools have like their own ghost story for each high school, like a different one. And so basically this game explores some kind of Japanese ghost stories with a group of students, just kind of researching and, trying to discover the truth. And yeah, Yuri's not afraid of no ghost. She's just running there in that scene and then just turns around like she's about to face the ghost. So yeah, there are ghosts and there are spirits and creepy things. Yeah, it's a horror game, but this isn't the kind of horror game that you're used to, probably. So let's go ahead and check it out. There is a lot of dialogue in this kind of horror game. Oh, that was creepy. I found you. As soon as you push start, you get a creepy voice that just says, I found you. Yeah, I will be glossing over a bit of the story, because there is a lot of dialogue. But it is important. So this is Aya. Hey, Yuri. Pay attention to me. So you're not listening to anything I'm saying, are you? Hey, Yuri. What are you looking at? This. Check it out, Aya. So she's got this magazine about, ghost stories and that sort of thing. I don't think such a real magazine actually exists, but I don't know. Maybe it does. I've never actually looked for one. It's like, look here at the bottom. So one picture is 5,000 yen. So basically here in the beginning, we have Aya and Yuri. Yuri is kind of one of the main characters. Aya is also. And Yuri wants to get a picture of a ghost. And she's reading in the magazine that if she can get a good shot, a good photograph of a ghost, then she'll get 5,000 yen. Which is around maybe $50 or so. And, she's interested in stories of ghosts and, ghost legends and that sort of thing. This is a PlayStation 1 game, by the way. I think I mentioned that, but that's why the graphics are a little blocky, a little outdated, but it's still not bad for such an old game. And once again, I think there are some, kind of English patches if you're emulating this. there are some English patches that will patch up the text. Not the voices, of course, but just the text. So, you could play this in English if you had a good emulator and you had the English patch installed. But honestly, it's a little difficult to translate, and this kind of game, probably won't see the light of day in Western countries. I could be wrong, but this kind of horror game doesn't really appeal to a lot of Westerners, because these are Japanese ghost legends or ghost stories, involving yokai or various spirit legends that probably most Westerners won't even understand or know about. But in a way, I think that makes this game kind of interesting. It's a good way to introduce Japanese culture and the way Japanese view, spirits or urban legends or ghost stories. So I really wanted to take a look at this game, show it to you guys, and have a discussion about, Japanese ghost stories. So we had a long conversation there about Masa talking to the school nurse about, she was wondering if anything was going on. She was kind of bored. In that previous example, Aya had no interest in doing some ghost hunting with Yuri. So now we have Masa, who is Yuri's sister. I'm kind of trying to explain the relationships here real quick. And Atsushi, and they're kind of dating now. This girl's name is Masa, and the boy is Atsushi. And they're up here on the roof of the school chatting. And since Yuri couldn't get Aya, to kind of join her in this ghost hunt, she's going to try to lure these two into it. So Masa's saying that Atsushi's too kind. He's meeting up here for Yuri's wishes. I wonder if she's coming. And there she is, taking a photograph of them. So they were talking about Yuri behind her back. She's a little strange, being interested in all these ghost stories and, urban legends and, things that a lot of people don't believe in. So Atsushi asked, "How long have you been there?" She's like, "Zutto mae kara." Long ago when you guys were all talking your love, romantic stuff. So I wanted to get a really good picture in the mood, but it didn't quite work out. It's like, you shouldn't be looking in on other people, what they're doing. So why did you call us up here? That's right, I have something to ask of you. Something that you can help me with. It's probably going to be one of your wild, crazy adventures, right? Anyway, look at this. So she's showing them the magazine from before, of course. It's got... Japanese just love these really strange photographs. They have something circled where there's something bizarre or odd or out of place in the photograph that looks like it, shouldn't belong. Like either a shadow or, another person or a hand or, something weird. And that kind of thing is sort of popular. I remember seeing there's some interesting Japan shows on TV, ghost stories about ghost photographs quite a few years ago, and those were really popular. It doesn't matter really the choices you make here, it's just for the conversation. Later when the game starts in earnest, the choices will matter, and so that's why it's pretty difficult to play this in Japanese, because the wrong choice and you will die. But all I know is this is the prologue, and it's just going to be kind of a little basic ghost hunt prologue. Yuri is trying to rope these two into helping her, telling her if we get one picture, we can get 5,000 yen. like, just one picture? It's like, that's just, you know, seems kind of a waste of time, waste of effort. It's like, don't belittle it. It's like, take a look at this. So Atsushi doesn't really believe it. He's like, they're not really going to pay you for ghost pictures. But apparently this girl took this photo, and, you know, they gave her a reward for it, some kind of ghost photo. I guess she's a famous, like, she's a ghost hunter of the month, basically. Ghostbusters of the month. And so she's got quite a bit of, you know, following, and she actually got quite a bit of money. So Yuri is gonna, you know, want to follow suit here and get a really good picture of a ghost. So she said that, you know, the actual reward is true, and she picked it up because she called this girl in the magazine to make sure. So she's like, 1 picture is 5,000, 2 picture 10,000, 3 pictures 15,000. And Moss is like, I don't think it quite works out that way. Not so easy. But anyway, the story continues, pretty long, and she ropes these two into going with her in this quest to find a ghost in the school. It's like, wait, you didn't prepare everything that we needed to for this ghost hunt? Tekito aru desho? So she just sort of, yeah, just decided we just walk in and play it by ear. So she didn't really prepare anything. She needs a 10 yen coin. So let's check Atsushi's pocket here. Make Masa a little jealous. I know Masa is a little bit of a strange name for a girl, but the girl with the black hair, her name is Masa, and the girl with the red hair is Yuri, and they're sisters. And I don't know why their hair is different. That's a little weird. But they are sisters, so they're related. Okay, so here I have control for the first time. I kind of like on the chalkboard, they have the instructions written for how to play the game. So hit the select button to see the map. So we snuck into the school at night. This is room 3A. And Yuri wants us to go to her classroom because she needs some more things. There's a few more things we need for summoning a ghost. Which, yes, I don't recommend doing in real life. But yeah, I expect a lot of running in this game. Can I go in the bathroom? Not that I want to or anything, but yeah, I'm just, you know, to be thorough, I want to check all the doors. That big red thing you saw on the wall there is a traditional Japanese, like, fire hydrant station for emergencies. It can open up and, you know, there's a hose sometimes in there that you could pull out and do water, as well as a fire hydrant. Yeah, but the thing that makes this difficult to translate is, you know, it's Japanese legends, which, you know, are hard to understand for other countries because it's straight up a cultural horror experience. Anything in there we can use? Nope. I kind of like Yuri folds her arms there like she's pissed. What are you doing trying to go into the girls' bathroom, dude? Tochaku! It's my locker. Tochaku is what they use, the expression they use for when a plane lands. But, you know, it also means we arrived. Masa's like, what is this? So dirty. Is this really a girl's locker? Wait a minute. What is this? It's like, isn't this that New Year's present I gave you last year? You haven't even opened it yet? Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, this Yuri character's a little ditzy. He's like, that was 3 months ago. So Yuri's trying to explain why her locker is so dirty, making an excuse, but... So she's pulling some paper out and a pen. She's like, my locker is like Dora-chan no pocket. Nami. So that's a reference to Doraemon. If you guys don't know who that is, it's a famous Japanese cartoon series for children. Doraemon has a pocket that he can pull anything out of. A magic kind of pocket, like an infinite bag of holding. And so that's a reference to the anime. So, if this was straight up translated, a Westerner wouldn't get that reference unless you know what Doraemon is or you're a fan of Doraemon. But she was saying her locker is like Doraemon's pocket. Anything comes out. Now, she didn't want to do it in her classroom because, bad karma, summoning a ghost in your own homeroom. So Yuri wants to go upstairs to somebody else's classroom. There's a rumor about this classroom that there's like a spirit in it. And when you open the door, you can hear the spirit screaming. She's kind of pretending... Oh. Kind of pretending Atsushi is the captain here. Masa asked him to close the door, and what is that? What was that noise? And Yuri's like, could it be? So I'll leave it to the captain then, or let's all go in together. So let's all go in together. Here we go. You go first. Atsushi like pointing at her. What? But Captain. That's not the way it's supposed to be, right? So she's the one that, instigated this whole story, so she should go first. All right. So, Captain, I cannot hear anything. Please, what are your orders? All right, well... So Atsushi is giving the orders here. Check that desk, okay? Check that desk. Wakarimashita! Right here, huh? She salutes him. I just found lots of dust, sir. She's kind of playing this silly role here. This classroom hasn't been used for quite a while, so it's kind of an abandoned extra classroom. So I can ask her to check other things. Let's have her check the chalkboard here. Don't you think it's a little strange? Wakarimashita! Chokura mite mimasu. I'll go check it out. Oh, come on. Chotto, Yuri. Wait a minute, Yuri. Stop that. Captain, a strange sound appeared. So you're the one that did it, right? Taku. All right. Well, I guess all that's left is the third option here, huh? Checking the window. Wakarimashita! Ittekimasu. Yeah, Yuri's kind of an interesting... She's sort of a tomboyish character here. Captain, there's something strange here. Please come and see. So there's kind of an odd gap in the window where it's supposed to seal shut there. Something's broken and there's like a little bit of a gap there. Oh, so when you open the door to the classroom, the wind gets sucked through there and it makes a screaming noise. So this, scary sound that we're hearing is actually just the wind blowing through there. Once you open the door, you create kind of a suction through the classroom. And Yuri is a little disappointed here in the conversation. It's like, it's no fun once you actually know the reason. So they're going to use some gum tape. They call it gum tape in Japan, but it's just masking tape or duct tape, if you want to call it. It's called gum tape in Japan, but... So we taped up the hole. Yuri's a little disappointed. Tsumannai. It's like when you understand what it is, it's not interesting at all. When the mystery is solved, it's not really a big deal. But that's not what we came here to do. Let's do this anyway. We came here to summon a ghost. So there isn't really much music with this game. There's just some ambience, in the background to make it, a little more creepy. So that we're going to do Kokkuri-san. So Masa just asking, how do we do this? Or I know how to do it. Or, I basically know how it's done. Or I don't know anything about how to do it. So I may have to explain this here, but... this is usually translated as an Ouija board, but this is not an Ouija board. Really, it's very different the way the Japanese style does it. There's a gate you first see there at the top middle, and that's like a shrine gate. It's supposed to be like a shrine gate, for like a temple where, ghosts and spirits can enter and can't enter. The gates are ways that spirits can enter our world. So there's a gate in the middle, and then the word hai is on the left, and the word ie is on the right. So you have yes and no. Then you have the numbers 1 to 0, and then you have the katakana alphabet there, or hiragana, sorry. Katakana is also possible, I suppose, but hiragana is typical. So the hiragana alphabet, and then you have in the top left and top right corners, the double quote mark on the little circle for the different Japanese sounds, like changing ka into ga, or ka into pa. And that basically includes the entire Japanese alphabet by making it this way. And they do it on a piece of paper. So it's not really a professional thing, or anything like that. And then using the coin, of course, everybody puts their finger on the 10 yen coin, and apparently it moves as the spirit is trying to speak to you and give you a message. That's why the yes-no is written at the top. That way it's easy for the spirit to answer yes or no for you. But this is not really like an Ouija board. I mean, it's similar, but it's not. It's a very different, kind of style of doing it, but it's a similar concept. So that's probably the way this would be translated. But yeah, by doing these videos, I really wanted to show some Japanese culture. So this is the way the Japanese do a kind of summoning of a spirit board thing. And there's a chant.
Kokkuri-san, Kokkuri-san, いらっしゃいましたら、ここにいらしてください.
So like, if you're here, please move the coin. Kokkuri-san is sort of the ghost or spirit. So yeah, if you're here, please move the coin to hai, yes, which is on the left. Atsushi's like, hey, it's not moving. Quiet. Just wait. So yes. And then, of course, it returns to the gate, because the gate is the entrance of the spirit realm. And so Masa's like, Yuri, you're the one that moved it just now, aren't you? It's like, so this is the typical, thing, people thinking like, oh, you're moving it, or you're the one that moved it. And so there's a few experimental questions here that we can just play with, like asking the ghost. So Yuri's like, okay, I'll do it. So Masa and Atsushi ni tsuite. Doing it for the money. Sonna ni okane ga hitsuyou? It's like, yes, I need money. Without money, need it for shopping, need it for makeup, whatever you can think of. You need money. Not really a question to ask a spirit, but basically, am I going to get some money? So, will I be a rich person from now on, or will I start getting some money? Muda. No way. Muda. It's like, so me getting a bunch of money is going to be impossible. That's what it means? And then Masa's like, yeah, that's a good answer. Probably if you had too much money, it would be a waste. Muda. So money in Yuri's hands is a useless thing, because she'll probably just waste it and spend it on something useless and pointless. Yeah, once again, I'm not sure how they would actually translate this part of the game, because you'd have to translate the lettering, I suppose, or you could just, I suppose, put the words that they're forming at the bottom of the screen in English. But yeah, once again, you'll notice this is a different kind of horror game, and that it's story-based and, not necessarily scary, but, I mean, there are going to be some scary moments, I'm sure, but it's a lot slower than most horror games. So this time Yuri is going to ask, I'll choose A here, asking about Atsushi and Masa's relationship here. So Masa's a little bit upset about that. Don't be asking about our love life. It's like, don't be angry. Let's just see what it has to say. Gokuri-san. So Masa and Atsushi's, kankei. How's their relationship going to be? Otoko? Otoko shida? Dai. Otoko shidai. ちょっと男次第ってどういうことよ、Atsushi? Something with otoko male only? It's like, Yuri is moving this thing, dude. Yuri's the one moving it. Yuri's like, what are you saying? The spirit is the one that's moving the coin. So, Atsushi, you must prefer guys then instead? Oi, hey, wait a second. 冗談でもそんなこと言うなよ. So, yeah, Atsushi is denying that he's preferring guys, I suppose. So Yuri's, okay, let's go to the next. What shall we ask it next? Well, there's a couple other questions I could choose here, just for fun. But, yeah, this is taking a while. So maybe we'll just go ahead and skip. I might just skip here, or I'll just go to the final thing where we actually are trying to summon a real ghost. What kind of boy am I going to meet next? Shiroi? 白いは白い歯歯が白いってこと Oh, so a guy with shiny white teeth. So Yuri's gonna meet a guy with shiny white teeth. Oh, maybe that's a macho guy. Some kind of noise happened in the room. What are you doing, Masa? Kicking under the table or something? Okay, so A is another one, but I'm going to go with B with, let's just finish this. Asobi oshimai. So let's honban iko. Let's go to the real honban te. Yada na. The whole reason that we came here. Shinrei sashin. We're going to take a picture of the ghost that supposedly haunts this room. The screaming ghost. So in this prologue, once again, I don't think the choices really matter. You can just, play around with this, but yeah, I'm afraid this video is going to go pretty long. So let's get to the actual ghost summoning here. So Yuri's saying, calling to the spirit, she really wants a picture, so make yourself manifest. It's like, what is this? Just barely moving here on the gate? No. Yuri's like, dameってこと? そんな. No, she's not going to come out. I can't believe it. Oh, that's too bad, isn't it? Masa said, now we got to go home. You were just moving it the whole time, right? So, kairo yo, let's just go home. So, should we try again or just finish? So, B, I'm just going to choose B for finishing here. So, Yuri says, thank you for your power to the spirit. Arigatou gozaimashita. Mo okaeri kudasai. Please go home. No. どういうこと? What does this mean, Yuri? Quit joking around. Yuri's, I'm not joking around or anything. I just said that the spirit is free to go home. But it won't go home. Oh boy. Nigasanai. Nigasanai. You cannot run away. Yuri, what does this mean? That's pretty strange. No, this shouldn't be. But you're all here, right? So she's trying again. Go Kuri-san, onegai. Please go home. No, no, no. Sonna. Dude. Please go home. Choose Masa. Oh my goodness.
私も入れてよ。
Let me in. Let me in. That was the Japanese voice. Did that thing turn to like blood or something? So Masa says, look over there. Pointing to the chalkboard. Dude, nigasanai, you cannot escape, is written on the chalkboard. And they're saying that wasn't there before. Let me in. Oh, the gum tape came off. But they didn't open the main door, and they could still hear the scream noise. So what is this voice? I think we better get out of here. Yuri's suggestion. You're responsible for us in this situation. You need to, professionally finish this, unsummon the spirit. What was that? Sound of the wind? Let me in. Huh? Let's see. Oh, shoot. I gotta choose quickly here. Run away. All right, here's the beginning of the running. So let's go downstairs, get out of here. We need to hurry. Where should we run to? We're going to run to the entrance. I guess I'll choose where we came into the school. Room 3A. Yuri is kind of slow in her running here, whereas in the introduction she ran pretty fast. Kokaranara from here. This isn't, let's see. So this won't open. You cannot escape. What's going on? Atsushi says. Shoot, everything's locked. Which is typical in school. Usually the school building is locked down at night. Surprised they could get in. It's like, why are you asking me what to do? I think we should just go downstairs to the main exit. I said San A already. I guess I went the wrong way. That's why. So I went the wrong way. I need to go downstairs to the 3A classroom. That's where we came in the first place. But there was sort of a scene there because I went a different way. Can we get out this way? I think we're still on the second floor, aren't we? I have a bad feeling about this. Go outside. Check outside or just go outside? So I'm choosing just go outside. Dude, what is that? Close the door, close the door. So this ghost wants in. So we can't go out that way. So they're discussing on another route here. How can we get out of the school? Masa says, Wakatta, I know. So, ask Yuri. So, Yuri, you must... Omae mo oshiete kurete. She must know some secret entrances and exits, how to get out of the school. It's like, well, from the roof. If we go to the roof, isn't that, pretty much a dead end? So I guess Mika, that girl she talked to from the magazine, got out of the school through the roof, maybe like a ladder or something? Don't know. Anyway, let's go check out. We're going to go check out the roof. Alright, well, we're here on the roof. I didn't actually run here. It sort of automatically skipped us here. And so how did the other girl get off the roof? And then Yuri's like, I don't know, I didn't ask her. It's like, what was the point of coming up here then? Yamete yo! Mou kairasete yo! Let me go home! Hang in there. Sushi being the good boyfriend. So Yuri's yelling into the darkness hill. The darkness, who are you? Let us go home. It's like, we have nothing to do with you. Disappear. Be gone. Let us go home. Why? Why are you doing this? What did we do? I didn't die, did I, just now? Where am I? Looks like our bedroom. Yume? Was that just a dream? Yume dattan da yo ne? So yeah, it was just a dream. I don't know, man. That's why I don't go hunting ghosts. It's 10:30. There was something at 10 o'clock I wanted to see on TV. Okay, guys, so this was the prologue of this game, and each episode, they're short episodes, are separate ghost stories about Japanese lore, Japanese yokai. And so if you're interested, let me know, and I'll probably be uploading each of the stories. Each story will be a single episode, and it should be interesting because each one is kind of a Japanese ghost legend. And yeah, our characters can be killed, but chasing various ghosts. These are our school ghost hunters. But let me know what you think, and let me know if you enjoyed the video. In the next episode, we will do the Forbidden Game. It looks like it's the first one. So we'll see you all in the next horror story video, if you dare join me.